Hey, I'm here to give you feedback on your run. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to DM me directly or ping me in your thread. I like the RD change. Don't really see a ravine. But if you do, that's all that matters, really. This is, like, really weird, but I don't like hopping on top of this when you can just mine the wood the same from, like, the sand right there or something. It's just, like, micro time. But again, it's a weird situation, so I don't blame you if you don't take that into account. I do like the wood axe, though. I don't understand, like, why we chose this direction specifically. Is it because it's just, like, the deepest ocean that we can find? Or what is this? Yeah, I guess I don't understand. Because I don't see kelp, I don't really see a ravine. There might have been an RP in the background. No, never mind. I'd be looking all under this water here, like third person. Oh, you've seen this kelp. Got it. Definitely not from the island. This is definitely, like, sending a direction for, like, time. And, I mean, you have time, so this is totally fine. Oops. Forgot our L shape. Um, I know in the past I've said a lot about tossing the FNS, but the more I watch other runners, the more I think that it may be useful. So long as you add it into your, like, repertoire of, like, skills. Like for bridge, I notice a lot of runners doing, like, a KB. I don't even know what to call it. They basically set themselves on fire momentarily, like just take the tick of fire damage to not get knocked back by the hoglin. Or, like, just random stuff like that. And that's what we look for. Holy shit. Where are we at? Bottom stables? That way, yes. Ooh. Honestly, Crooks was really good at this. You just run through him. You can't really juke the guy in the situation. Just run through him, tank a hit, and then get safe. But instead, we tank 3 and potentially Hoglin time. Oh, you're gonna get hit again. And you, like, you're going up here to get people, right? Okay. Another thing is, like, learning how to manhunt off of the chest above you. So if it's lantern chest or single chest, you can actually get a lot more pigs based off of breaking the chest that's, like, right above you. And then obviously if it's a triple, you play the triple, because this is RSG, you want fast shit. Single triple stables is just the fastest bastion route, bar none. Highest roll, but fastest. Also, you left iron in that chest over, like the first chest that you looted. You kind of need that for an iron axe or sword. And you also left bone blocks, which on like low blocks where you have to use like your last little bit of wood. Well, I guess you need wood anyway, so you'll get wood anyway, but you know. I don't know if you necessarily need these gold blocks for RSG. Like 18 trades gets you like 2 obsidian or a pearl trade on average. Oh, never mind. That makes more sense. Also, checking trades here would have gotten you the axe. Like, there's still so many trades. I mean, while we're at it, pre-crafting blaze bed. I like the little check there. Still need obsidian. Yep. See, if we had just gone up here, like, granted, the trades wouldn't have been great, but, like, we would have had something, right? And God forbid that this is double, triple, right? And then we just... Oh my god, it is. It is just double, triple. Holy shit. Yeah, we're basically trading, like, 2 less gold blocks outright for, like, worse trades. Also, the pork chop there. No, dude. Oh. Awareness for, like, how you're eating as well. What you're eating when you're eating it. To an extent, how you're eating it. Is this not just the complete opposite direction? No, it's not. Never mind. Thought about it. Okay, during all of these pearls, you need to be overlapping other stuff. Whether it's like... Okay. This is our inventory. It's relatively clear, but we don't need this much fire res. We don't really need this random gold nugget, and I know that we could be crafting a lot of other stuff. For example, glowstone dust into glowstone, string into wool, shit like that, right? I don't know why you ate the pork chop there. It would have been totally fine to eat it, like, right here, because it doesn't give that much less saturation and matches up with your food bar better, by the way. But yeah, you need to be, like, ripping blocks here. Also, I assume you see the fort. I can't really see it because YouTube. You could soul skate this and yep. Cool. Those were actually really good strays to go after. I don't think I could say the same for those ones over there, though. Get the wood to your left. You're in the spawning radius. Okay, consistently double critting is losing you micro time as well. It's not a big deal if you don't care about it, but it is micro time. So this is just like probably a second every fort split. Well, it's like either time neutral or it's just flat slower. Up to like a fifth of a second or something like that. Don't you dare. Okay, this structure right here is so easy to build a good portal off of. It pains me to see motherfuckers do this, especially when they do that. And now, well, I guess our obsidian count is still fine, but it's like, there's no reason to do that portal. You just do the same thing by going off of the like side of the structure there, right? Didn't overlap boat animation. And we'll take 90%. We still haven't gotten wood for 3-bed, 1 acre. We only have 1 bed, 1 acre at the moment. And now we've gotten wood. You don't have to look down to like F3C in the nether. F3Cing in the nether at all will just like copy your location. It won't think you're measuring an eye because you can't measure eyes in the nether. Also, the hesitation here just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. I mean, probably nerves at this point, but you just gotta, like, rip them, I guess. These were actually pretty decent underwater or under lava pearls. Am I crazy though? You don't have enough pearls. Yeah, you have 10. So now, like, those last 2 pearls, instead of, like this, I think this one. Yeah, that one, and then the one after it, just, like, puts you into a 1 in 3 situation when you didn't need to be in a 1 in 3 situation. Like, you also, like, killed an extra blaze for that, like, rod, right? Also, you should be, like, crawling instead of just, like, building your, or getting to chords how you did. Like, even if it's slow crawling, you're still fundamentally breaking half the blocks, right? I don't think your pie chart's set. Yep. Gotta find the time to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if your hitboxes are on as well. Nope, they're not. Never mind. That's a crazy pull. I mean, not crazy, but, you know. Yep. Damn. Yeah, the big thing with all of this was Overworld was actually played pretty nice. Let's see. Bastion, like, just wasn't played that well, just because, like, you had double triple, and that would have just been 1, faster, and 2, you would have just gotten, like, all of the chests that you were looking for immediately. Fortress was played fine. I mean, it's a fortress. Just be aware of the double critting and how you clear your spawner. And then really the post blind was just okay. Obviously it killed the run because of the, ill-advised pearls. But, again, you live and you learn. And now here we go. Next run. Why don't you start with chunk borders? Hold on, I didn't realize that last run, but it's like there's no chunk borders here. You're just going purely based on vibes and direction. Like, it doesn't make a ton of sense to me because, like, you could get readings on, like if it was this chunk, there's no way it's a BT, right? Like, you're just going based off of, like, huh, it's that way. You should reset this as well. The reason why I'm saying that is, like, look at where you are in relationship to, like, literally the rest of the seed. Like, the trees and everything are, like, 1,000,000,000 miles away. Like, you could just get a better seed. Because, like, it's going to be a minute before we get to trees. Like, a minute into the run before we get trees. Okay, we started this trek at, like, 45 seconds, right? Yeah, it's like a minute into the run. The kelp there is encouraging. But still. By the way, do this about a knight's move away from the tree. I can't remember who it was, but some tech community runner just found out that, not just found out, but found out that, like, a knight's move away, so, like, I'll show, well, So like right here, right? Because it's 1, 2 blocks and then one to either direction. So like right here would just yield like a tenth of a log more, which is a log more 1 in 10 times. So nice crafting as well, by the way. Okay, don't leave gold crafting tables behind. At that point, you might as well just grab a door because, like, it's relatively time neutral, but, like, that gold pressure plate is still a distraction item. That can save you in bastions. Like, I know that you have the 3 gold, but, like, ideally we're trading that and not using that as a distraction item, right? So, keep that in mind for future. Also, while you're getting sucked down like this, you can definitely overlap the crafting of your logs. Not sure what this is. Are we just nervous about our 2x1? Pretty much another, like, right on the bastion, right? Like, not exactly like last run, but like 2 chunks away or something. Well, like 4 chunks away or something. Why do we need this? I feel like we just don't need this food. This is just like super unnecessary, I guess. You can do this on the way down. Like, the entire point of, like, a lot of shit like that is, oh, I guess, never mind. If we're sending a mid down, never mind. I would have still done top down just for the chest advantages, but, you know, it's not that different. Faster trade start, one could argue. Do Tifu blocks. Like, as soon as you're done here, just go that way. Block clutch, you'll take like half a heart of damage or something. Not the 1.5 that you just took. And if a guy gets done trading, you just get decked. Like, you're dead. You can also, like, mine this, like, right here. You're mining the same amount of blocks, but you don't have to, like, switch to a block, place it, and then switch back. That's, like, wasting 3 ticks for no reason. Also, you don't have to do this, like, you're mining, like, an extra block for no reason as well. We have TNT. Why do we need a blaze bed? I mean, if you want to do TNT plus blaze bed setup, that's fine. I just don't think it's, like, super necessary. You don't need to cover these on any other bastion except stables, by the way. This is another shout out for why top down would be nice, because we could just leave. But instead we have to go up top. You could also check the backside of this bastion. I think it's clear enough, if memory serves. Dude, you know it's this direction now. Like, you still need the chests. You have 17 obsidian and you haven't checked top chests. Or not. Do you see a spawner? You could be doing dynamic here, or you could have just ripped to that spawner. Okay, it's just gonna be cosmetic TNT, I guess. Again, fort splits seem pretty chaotic. You're taking entirely too much damage for, like, not great reasons. Because you're just in the spawner all the time. Like, you're wasting a ton of time in spawners, generally speaking. -1 blaze. You could be crafting explosives right now. Like, it just... This, and the last one as well, just looks like pretty unorganized. Like, not knowing exactly what to do with your time. And also, like, you don't need to expand the platform out 3. Like, that's purely just for your... like, it's purely so that way you can get rods. Like, it doesn't increase the spawning space any. Blazes will spawn just fine. It's literally just for catching rods and, like, blaze KB, which you don't need, like, 3 for, right? So, like, you're overdoing the platform, and you're not overlapping, like, any other crafts or anything, really. Like, you're just staring at the spawner here when you could be, yep. Do more. Like, build your portal. Make your explosives. Don't do this portal again. I assume we've green boated. Also, you could do that earlier in the portal animation. Like, now you didn't have your boat picked up because you did it late. And now that's minus, like, 2 beds. $900 blocks. I mean, technically PB pace. And I don't know if I'd play it. But you definitely can. This could have been also prevented by checking top chests. You could be doing this in the portal room. Or like at a different point. Death warping on this would have been an insane play. And I would have been immensely impressed. And I don't doubt, or I don't like blame you for not knowing how to death warp. It's definitely like a weird skill to have, right? Damn, that polar bear did not like you. You could have probably just died to it as well. You could learn how to suffocate yourself to death reset. Dig down at 4-4 and then hold like forward or right, or like forward or backward and then right or left. What that'll do is it'll put you on, like, it'll move you diagonally, and it'll just land you on the highest block. Instead of chancing this with being like the lowest block that you can. Like, you have a 50-50% chance to just land on the highest block. Again, with the pie chart. Why not check? Yeah. And it immediately turned bad. Into worse. Do you hear it? Wow. That's a crazy pull, actually. Very cool. Surely we're gonna zero cycle. That's what we're gonna do. If you're going to do setup bliss. I mean, that was just slow and back small boy. I don't know. I wouldn't have gone for it. And also now we're down to explosives, which is fine. But mostly the health now, because now we have to pearl in this jank terrain. You also could have built a runway off of this, I suppose, instead of having to go up a hill. With Dragon's Breath on it as well. Now that's just going to be there for forever. Let's get to the good part. You got to stand this close because obviously... And no fire res kills you? No. How's this a PB choke? Oh, because of the 0? I wouldn't call that a choke, honestly. Like, I don't think it was the best played endgame of all time, but I also... Or, like, end fight of all time, but I also don't think that that's your fault. Like, back small boy is just so fucked up for, like, this run. But, yeah. I think the thing that's sticking out to me more this run is, like, it just seems like you're using antiquated bashing routes, just because it's like, last run, for RSG at least, last run you just went to gap instead of looking for the fast thing, right? Like, the fast thing just would have been triples, and then you could have checked if it was a double or triple. Or double, single, or triple, right? And then the other thing is your fort splits just seem like you're not using the fort split for what it is. Like, the two priorities that you have during blaze splits is, number one, the biggest priority, killing blazes so that way you can get the rods. But then the other big thing is you need to like, use that time for overlap, because if you don't, like, you're just making time loss later in the run, and the forts are just really, really good for, like, overlapping time. I think that those are my two biggest notes in this.